Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Welcome back to more Animal Crossing New Leaf! Yesterday, we had a bit of a slow day. Then again, all Sundays tend to be slow, especially over in the south. You know, it's always like, everything opens at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it closes at like 2:02 in the afternoon. It's like, why'd you even bother opening in the first place? Oh, well, that's my rant about living in the south over. Anyway, today, I'm not really sure. I want to get to building a new public works project. I would like to go around and talk to the animals. Seems to be a bit of a standard day unless we have any sort of events going on. I do have one thing in mind, but I'd like to keep that a little bit of a secret for now. And just saying, my house looks very, very lopsided, having a side room on it on one side but not the other. So, I guess we'll be doing the interior decorating first in this video. It was suggested to me by a few of you. Wow, it sounded really weird. I'm like, few you. It sounded like how I said it in yesterday's video, actually. I thought that sounded weird in editing as well. It was suggested by a few different people that I put my letter set up in the jingle room. You know, like their Christmas cards that I'm writing to people. And I kind of like that idea, so I'm going to put them on the table. It kind of makes this room feel a bit more genuine. So I think that's pretty nice. Okay. And next thing is, obviously going to be showing that side room. Now, I'm not a fan of how they handle side rooms. As you see, it makes a bit of a hole in the wall, and the wallpaper continues into that. I can't really think of a better way that they could do it, but it kind of sucks just having a hole in the wall, and it prevents you from decorating the walls of your room in specific ways because you're blocking access to the rooms. As you can see, once again, we have a small-sized room. It kind of sucks that you start with small. In other Animal Crossing games, typically, whenever you made another room, it would start medium. You know, like when you made your second floor, it by default was medium, whereas in this game, it's small. It's just kind of their way of padding it out to give you more loans to pay off. But I'm not complaining. I like Animal Crossing, and it always feels really, really nice whenever you get your house to be really, really big. Unfortunately, these two mushrooms I think are going to be going into storage, but I'm going to be getting out the items that we got from Chip, and I'll be putting them in that new room. So guys, I had this cool idea of mixing and matching the fish furniture that I got from Chip together with some kitchen items that I had laying around, including some of which that were given to me by Chip. Problem. If it'll load. This room is too dang tiny. I need to pay it off already. I can't even do what I want to do. My idea was to have, like, the range and the kitchen sink because they match, and then have this freezer over with there as well, and then I could have, like, you know, the pufferfish TV with the octopus chair in front of it. I like that. Another thing that's really annoying is that pufferfish TV is, like, the smallest TV in the world, and you can't put it on top of a table. It's actually blocked from being put on tables. It's so dumb. I gotta say, I do like the red snapper sofa right here. I think that's one of the coolest looking ones. That flounder table looks really creepy, though. I do like the chair, though. I do like both of the chairs, but the pufferfish TV and the flounder table don't really do it for me. But that's pretty much all I got from Chip. You know, that's the gist of it. I'm gonna turn on my TV before I leave the house, just to waste electricity, because I don't have to pay an electric bill. I am the government in this town. Okay, that sounds kind of weird, because I assume that government officials have to still pay electric bills because it's run by independent companies, though, but you know what I mean. Alright, so I'm not really sure about what we're going to be doing today, like I said. I'm going to go do snowman-y stuff, or rather, I'm going to see if there's anything in the plaza. No, there's not. Bulletin board, will you give me something to do before I do snowmen? Attention customers stay from 6 p.m. Oh, all items in the store are going to be half price, okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to wait for that, because I think I kind of would just rather buy the items that I want. I'm not sure I'll have time to play that later, but I don't know. Okay, Snowman. Yeah, let's do the number of the day. Let's see what we get. I can't potentially get a bingo still. I only have 2 in a row as my best, unfortunately. 2. 24 would be nice. It's not going to be that. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that is cool! 24! Yes! As far as I know, if it's in your own town, you will always get a number that you, that is on your card, and it's just kind of up to luck if you get a number on your card in someone else's town. I've never seen a number higher than 50, though. I wonder, like, if it's actually possible to get that. I don't know. I'll have to test that out. But, anyway. I really am not sure what to do today. This might just be one of those slow days in Animal Crossing that we have nothing to do, but I was prepared if a day like this was to come up, because we haven't yet had a day where I legitimately can't think of anything to do and there just aren't any events going on in town that I can spend the day doing. So I'm going to go around and do routine-y type stuff, and if I don't see anything, then I will resort to that, because I did have a few plans for days like that. No! Okay, I shouldn't overreact quite that much, though, but you know what I mean. Just, first time I'm getting the silver shovel to do its job where it gives me tons and tons of ore. I'm rich. Okay, to be honest, I think I do get more bells if I just have this normally. Something that I've yet to talk about is furniture refurbishing from Cyrus. This does give me something to talk about. if you bring him ore, and you bring him certain types of furniture, it's normally I'm gonna leave that right there while I go empty out my inventory. I know that's really, really safe, leaving all kinds of ore like that just sitting out in the open. But he can turn items like green items into emerald items if you bring him the item and you ask him to refurbish it with an emerald. Another example is that if you bring him silver nuggets or gold nuggets, 3 of each, he can make you silver items or gold items, which there is a full gold furniture set, which is one of the most difficult ones to obtain. And I've been wanting to customize furniture with Cyrus for a while. It's just that I like a lot of my furniture the way it is, and I just don't feel like getting rid of a lot of my furniture, or rather just changing it. I hate to say that, I really do, but I kind of like a lot of my furniture the way it is. If you guys have a suggestion for a piece of furniture that you think would look really, really nice, refurbished, I will hang on to all this ore, just in case one of you guys think that I should use the ore to do it with. Or possibly even a design, because you can customize designs on the furniture if it has fabric on it. Like if it's a bed, you can change the bed sheets to a design that you want. Stuff like that. Fun fact about that, Reggie from Nintendo of America, he has his own face stitched onto his bed sheets in his Animal Crossing town. I love Reggie. He's such a cool guy. I got to meet him a couple times. He was very nice. I'll give him that. He might be as intimidating as hell when you see him up on screen, but he is a nice guy. I'll give him that. Anyway, I don't have anything left to do, anything left to talk about, so routine-y stuff it is for me. I'll finally get unlazy, and I'll probably sell all those fruit on the trees, even though I don't really need the money from it anymore because I'm making a lot of money otherwise. Well, actually, I kind of like how the orchard looks with the fruit up on the tree, so maybe I will leave it alone for a while. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Pongo wants to talk. What's up? Hi, Emil. I'm looking for a greeting that's more me, you know? Know any? Well, I get to put words in your mouth. This is interesting. I believe that Pongo can be a kind-hearted individual, so I'm gonna play nice. Your greeting is just nosy. Yes, that is very you. Actually, that's not playing nice at all now that I say it like that. Okay, so even when I am playing nice, I'm not playing nice. Good to know. Got the 2 snowballs for the day. Let's roll them together, and... Snowboy! Did I do this right? I'm me! This head, this body, this is exactly the perfect balance I love! You really got my little snow life off to a great start. I usually try to play it cool, but I get up bubbling with appreciation for you and your skill. I'd really like to thank you. I'll send it in a letter. Keep an eye out for it. Again, you don't have arms. I didn't stick twigs in you. How are you writing letters? So, if you haven't guessed what I'm doing now, I want to have the entire Snow family all in one place right next to each other so that I can tackle the Snowman things each day much quicker, and also I think it'd be cute just sort of having all the snowmen together all in one place. I think Snowtech melted overnight. There is another Snowboy over here, and wait a second, was that a... Yes, it was! Speaking of getting snowman type things done, there is a snowflake here, and of course the net is like the very last thing that comes up in the rotation. Come on. Come here. Come here. Wow, I can catch so many rare bugs just fine, but I can't catch a friggin' snowflake. Then again, to be fair, they do kind of drift all over the place. Oh, wait. Oh, baby, did I really get... Oh, but there's another one! Oh! Okay, I am incredibly lucky. What else is new? Come over here, please. Don't fall in the water. 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 Come here. Come here. There we go. Okay. Is there... Did I just see another one over the top of my hair? Okay, no, I didn't. That was just the cherry tree. Man, though, that was lucky running into that many dang snowflakes one after another. Looks like I'm getting something from Snowman today. Okay, I wasn't done with the routine yet. I just happened to get a lot of really lucky things right in a row, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Shari wants to talk. Hey, so this is sudden. Can you take my exotic lamp off my hands? What are you plotting? This is kind of suspicious. Whoa there! Look, just trust me, this is totally legit. You'll take it, right? I mean, we are friends, aren't we? Sure we are. I just won't anger her. Thanks, that's a big help. Whew. Man, for a second there, I wasn't sure this was gonna work. Oh, sorry. Just talking about how grateful I am. Take care of your treasure, Cheeky. Hey. I just realized something. Yesterday she was trying to skip town and move away. And today I learned that she's up to something suspicious. I wonder what's going on in Shari's creepy little head. I'll have to sit down and think about that a bit later, but for now I just wanted to show that during the routine, which is done now, I got a whopping 7 snowflakes that I can give to Snowman, so I'm going to be getting 2 items from her today. Ice floor. Okay, so I have both the carpet and wallpaper for that set now. What is next? Ice dresser. Okay, so I got 2 new items from the ice set. Not bad. Didn't get any repeats. I'll have to show those at the end of the video, so I guess we're going to be doing some interior decorating at both the beginning and the end of the video. This will kind of lead me into what I had prepared for the day. I want to go to Main Street and shop around a little bit, just to kind of see if there's anything that I want. I've already been to the museum to give Blathers the stuff. We had 1 new fossil. There was nothing new in the gift shop that I wanted to show. You know, I'm going to go around and do all my usual things. I'm going to see if there's anything that I want to pick up. Hello there, Shrunky Boy. I think I will show his comedy act today. Okay, yes, I brought a snack. What is it I got for you? Here, eat a durian. Yes, normally. Hey, you know, I could be a lot more cruel. I could make him eat a coconut with the shell still on, and yes, you can do that in this game. That was quite satisfying. Wow, man, I didn't know salamanders had teeth that were that strong. I mean, he's got his 2 buck teeth, but he doesn't seem to have any others in there. But then again, that's kind of more teeth than I could say for most of the characters in this game. Thank you, Dr. Shrunk is in the house. My daydreaming joke is sure the just thing to cure what ails you. You know, the lottery can really get you dreaming. If I won first prize, I'd buy a yacht, and then I'd get a hot tub for my yacht, and then some sort of robot butler, maybe take the missus on vacation. Would she like a tropical island or perhaps a mountain hot spring? Thinking about all those exciting possibilities really gets me jazzed. When did they announce the result of the lottery? I don't know. I was so busy daydreaming I forgot to buy a ticket. Dong! I can't help it. I'm sorry. I giggle to myself a lot whenever I'm seeing this guy because he's just so unfunny that he's hilarious. I like him. I like him, you know? Anti-humor does have its places, and Dr. Shrunk's very sad, lovable loser life is an example of that. I can't get enough of it. Jingle chair! Got a new item. I gotta say, I like that grandfather clock as well, so I think I'm gonna pick up both of these items. Let's see. And, never mind. It's just that... Never mind me, it's just that something that I said there brought back painful memories of something, and I'd rather not recall those times. Daily Fortune, of course. I got some positive response to me going like, the Daily Fortune that one time, so I guess I can do it. When all else fails, never forget to show them your moves! Oh, man! Okay, I've been waiting to get that fortune. That's one of my favorites. When all else fails, never forget to show them your moves. Now, what is that going to give us? A blue falcon. Yes, they really just referenced Show Me Your Moves from Captain Falcon. Okay, I like that a lot. Granted, I think Captain Falcon does have some kind of underrated lines that people don't bring up enough, like, you know, like those interviews that you get after a Grand Prix in F-Zero GX, and, you know, like, the interviewer's all like, why did you choose to become an F-Zero racer? And Captain Falcon can reply like, I was born to be an F-Zero racer. Like, it's just stuff like that, just like, why did you become an F-Zero racer? I was born to be an F-Zero racer. Just stuff like that I like. Gardening shop is next, of course. I buy stuff from here every day. Just a reminder, you want to be buying your 2 flowers and your sapling every day because you're going to unlock things from doing that. And I suppose our next stop is going to be the Able sisters. Molly, didn't think we'd run into you here. Yes. Let's chat. I do own a pocket guide to fashion, but I always have too much in my pockets to carry it. Ain't it the truth? Molly, you need to start carrying around letters with you and keep them in there, you know? Whenever you have a friend being like, hey, I'm sorry, we must part ways, you know, it doubles the storage, you know? Your friend gives you an extra inventory slot as parting ways. Now, the Able Sister store here contains what I wanted to show on a day when we had nothing to do. I knew that at least a few days like this would come up before the end of the series, just because in Animal Crossing you occasionally have days like that. While I'm talking to Sable here, I want you to remember those photos that are on the wall behind her. They are important to what I'm about to tell you, which is indeed Sable's story. Sable's story is something that is told in the first 3 Animal Crossing games, but oddly not in this one, and I don't know why. Even though the Animal Crossing games are more or less updates to each other more than they are sequels, Sable's story is the closest thing to a plot in the Animal Crossing series. There are other little plots that are going around in town if you look hard enough for them, but Sable's story is always the really, really prominent one in any Animal Crossing game. So for that reason, there's going to be spoilers for Animal Crossing on GameCube, Wild World, and City Folk in this video. In a time when the two eldest sisters, Sable and Label, were young teenagers, and Mabel just a small child, the Able sisters lost both of their parents. Sable, being the oldest, was left in charge of the family. Label, distraught by what her life had become, stormed out following an argument with her older sister, leaving Sable to raise Mabel alone. In Sable's own words in Animal Crossing City Folk, she tells the story of these photos. Of course that's not me. That's my late mother. I'm the young girl there, and the smaller girl beside me is Mabel. The two of us are 10 years apart. Both mother and father died when Mabel was just a little girl. But since she was so small, she doesn't remember a thing, the poor dear. The only memory she has of our parents is this photo. I never thought I'd be able to take the place of our parents for her. So I just did what I had to and tried to look after her as best as I could. Somehow, thankfully, she grew up to be that bright bit of sunshine we all love. Her only fault is that she can be a bit too tomboyish. During all this time, neither sister had ever found where Label had gone, and through it all, Sable only had one friend to turn to. It's very fitting that this is being told in the winter, as Sable typically will recall the story in the winter when you talk to her. In Sable's very own words, I'd like to tell you the story of her best friend. Well, the first letter I got from him arrived around this time of year. The other day before bed, I pulled that letter out and just looked at it. It was adorable. Sure, the handwriting was a little messy, but you could hear his determination in every word of that letter. Sweet young Tom Nook. His call to arms, his ethos, was dreams before money. He was so pure that people wondered if he'd survive in this crazy old world. I did too. Every night before falling asleep, I would wish him, "Please keep Tom Nook's pure spirit protected," I'd whisper in the darkness. "Keep him safe from the apathy that breeds in the alleys of the big city." I don't know why I've told you so much about Tom Nook and I. All those memories of our shared youth must bore you. Please forgive me. The Tom Nook that left for the big city. He sent me letters quite frequently, actually. One day I received a wooden box, not a letter. When I opened it, I was quite astonished. Inside the box, there was a pair of fancy, burnt orange-colored scissors. Incredibly strong and sharp scissors, the finest scissors I'd ever laid eyes on. The enclosed letter said, "Happy birthday, Sable." So sweet. At the time, I was so busy that I'd even forgotten it was my birthday. To think Tom Nook had remembered it. I'm sure life was hard for Tom Nook in the city during that time. I know his job paid poorly, so for him to buy those scissors for me, when I think about it, it makes me so happy that I cry. Well, we shared a lot of good times, Tom Nook and I. Before, there was an observatory in Pallet. We used to climb up to the roof when we wanted to look at the stars. Oh yes. We even made constellations together, I remember. I made one called the Star Shirt. Tom Nook's looked like one of those old-time markets. He called it the Farmer's Market Bargain Bin Constellation. Oh, that takes me back. Shortly after that, Tom Nook moved to the big city. Yes, he left to chase his dreams. When he returned to Pallet, he came back a totally different soul. I still believe that if he just clung to the sweet memories like I do, he would have shaken off the heart sickness of those city years. Memories can be sad, but they can also save you. Beyond her relationship with Tom Nook, many years had passed. In Animal Crossing City Folk, within the city, there is a very upscale fashion shop known as Gracie Grace, run by world-renowned fashion designer Gracie. In this shop, there is an employee named LaBelle. After befriending LaBelle, you will learn that her name is Label and that she just simply adopted a city dialect from having worked under Gracie for so long. She is the lost sister of the Able sisters. And at some point between the events of City Folk and New Leaf, she gave up her life in the city to reunite with her sisters. The three of them now work together to run the tailor shop. Sable is more determined than ever, because she wants to make the LaBelle brand just as big of a name in the world as Gracie. Their starting point is here, in our little town. That is one of my favorite aspects of Animal Crossing. When you look deep enough, there are little stories to tell like that. The special visitors are more than just regular little NPCs that just sell you things. And this is just the story of the Able sisters and Tom Nook. In fact, Tom Nook himself even has his own story, and that's not even all of them. You really only learn it if you really dig deep, but it's there. And it's little details like that that make them more than just little shopkeepers. And speaking of characters that are more than just little shopkeepers, hello Isabel. I'd like to go through the list of public works projects because I would like to start work on a new one. We don't really have a whole ton of time left here in Pallet, so I'm deciding if we should build the Reset Center or not in our town. I would like to have this built in our town because you don't get to visit it very often, and it's very rare that you actually do get to visit it. So I would like to at least show the inside of it before December 31st comes, so I'd like to build this soonish. However, I'm not entirely sure that I want to build it in the first place, because like I've said before, the Reset Center is indeed a bad thing for you at times, because if you reset your game, you're the one who gets scolded for it, even though you paid all this money to give Resetti his job back. So, I want to leave that up to you guys. I would like you, through hashtag #ChuggaCrossing on either Twitter or Facebook, to suggest the best reason you can think of for either building or not building the Reset Center. Whichever one I find the most clever, or whichever one makes me laugh the most, just whichever one amuses me the most, will be our final decision to whether we should or should not build the Reset Center. Let me know what you think. That pretty much does it for everything that I wanted to get done in the way of progress, so I think I'm going to pay off my loan so that we have a bigger room in our house tomorrow, just because I have the money for it, because I've been rolling in dough from going to that island and just from doing various other things off screen. I don't know if you guys like the fact that I'm, like, getting a lot of bells off screen. It's just that it's kind of redundant if I just fish for an hour for a video, so I kind of am thinking that it is kind of the better way to do things. I guess I'll head to Nook's Homes for the second time. Sorry if this is a bit disjointed. I just wasn't really sure if I wanted to expand the house today, but after going around and doing the routine, I just sort of thought more and more that, yeah, I really, really do want to remodel my house and make it bigger, so yes, Nook, I want to expand. I want more space. And I want to make the first floor on the left the bigger room. Yes, it'll come to $500,000. Man, I am getting, like, broken by how much this costs. I miss the loan amounts in City Folk, man. City Folk had the most forgiving loan amounts in the series. Like, it was easy to get your house fully expanded in that one. But here, this is brutal, man. Anyway. That's pretty much all I wanted to cover. There was a few items I would like to display in the house. Of course, like I said, we'll do some interior decorating about the beginning and the ending of this video, just because I got my new jingle item, and I got a few other things that I want to show. Of course, I got to show the Blue Falcon, because we can't end the video without me showing you my moves. I mean, heck, I even have this jacket on. I look awesome in it, right, Mommy? Okay, no, not really. Okay, upstairs we go. I just noticed my little piggy bank looks like it's wearing a tiny little top hat because of that ink pot that's like right there. Just like the ink pot looks like a little top hat on top of the piggy bank. It's actually kind of cute. There's my jingle chair. What else do I want to display in this room? I'm trying to think. Doesn't really match this room too well, but I think I'll put the ice floor down here. You know, I can pretend like I'm a Disney princess. A very good one at that, man. Frozen was so much better than I expected. Don't want to get off on a tangent about that, though, but I was kind of thinking from the trailers it wasn't going to be very good, though, but it very pleasantly surprised me. And hey, check it out! Itchy and Scratchy is on! No, really, the mouse is blue and the cat is black. It really is Itchy and Scratchy. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but yeah, the cat gets really injured and everything like that. It's just like, it freaking is. It's not even Tom and Jerry. The mouse actually is blue. And speaking of blue, here is that Blue Falcon. How we've needed an F-Zero game for so long, and yet Miyamoto's like, I don't know what to do with the series. Like, we couldn't make a unique racing game, even though the guy who's making Mario Kart says he wants to make an F-Zero game. Okay, no, not really. I don't mean to mock Miyamoto in any way. Press A on it, and the boosters go, and then it dashes through your wall and makes a hole in your house. No, not really. It just does that. I'll keep it in the middle of the room for now, just because I don't really know anywhere else to put it. In the middle of the room, it just feels kind of wanting for something, even though it's kind of better suited for a table or a chair. So some might not like this decision, but hey. I kind of like this owl clock, but I think it's time to hang it up for a little while, because I have this antique clock, and frankly, I love grandfather clocks. They are one of my favorite things, just in general. Like, I actually, I'm gonna be purchasing my first house soon, proper, and I kind of want to get a grandfather clock for it, to be honest. Like, I like grandfather clocks that much that I would actually consider that. And, I think this harvest dresser is going to go, too. The ice dresser probably isn't going to match this room too well, but I just kind of want it in the room. That is really small. Wow, that saves me a lot of space. So, into the dresser, this harvest dresser goes. Yes, I'm putting a dresser within a dresser. You can't mail someone a fish in Animal Crossing. No, I can't put a fish in a letter, because that's just taboo. But, nah, sticking a dresser inside of a dresser or picking up, like, 12 refrigerators? Nah, that's perfectly fine. Alright. Well, I guess it's time for my afternoon nap. I guess it is time for my afternoon nap. I am a grumpy old man after all, if this Wario mustache wasn't any indication. Tomorrow in Animal Crossing New Leaf, we're going to be getting a bigger, I guess I could call it the West Wing of the house while I'm talking about Disney stuff. And, yeah. We also have the possibility of having a guest tomorrow. I'm not sure if we will. Perhaps we will. Perhaps we won't. Regardless of that, we might be able to build the Reset Center, or we might not. I'll have the answer to that tomorrow. All right. See you guys tomorrow.